Hey Shug, it's Taj Mahali. It's your favorite bald-headed skincare, self-care, and wellness creator. And today we're gonna talk about, how many tips did I have? Hold on. 11 different tips on how you can have your skincare and wellness glow up in 2025. I'm so excited to be back on YouTube. Number 1, minimize your skincare routine and get off of Skin Talk. I feel like every time we hop online, we're always having someone pushing us to buy something. So the average client that I see, and most of you probably can attest to this, have way too many skincare products. You have the Korean skincare products. You have the ordinary natural skincare that's been made by hand. All of these different things. And although I am a skincare hoarder, I love to try skincare because it allows me to better educate my clients as well as you guys. The problem with that is your face ain't the same face that told you about those products. With that being said, unless you have all the details on who this girl is, does she have an IUD? Does she take birth control? Do you take birth control? So she says she's oily, is she? They think they know, but they don't. Now let's address Skin Talk really quickly. Like, you're about to see me on your timeline with a megaphone because I want to scream every time I see people hop on Skin Talk and just say whatever the hell that they say. I want you all to know that Skin Talk is really meant to help influence you to buy things. I don't even get on TikTok. So what is it? You swipe up to the TikTok shop or whatever. Although this is great if you are a seller, if you are a buyer, I know you have been personally victimized by the TikTok shop. Number 2, incorporate some form of stimulation into your skincare regimen. A lot of times we are scrubbing, overusing acids. Our skin could really benefit from some form of lymphatic drainage. You don't need to purchase a jade stone or a gua sha if you don't want to, but taking some extra time, maybe 1 time a week, and activating your lymph nodes right here in your collarbone. Going here, going behind your ears and tapping and rolling. Really waking up our lymphatic system because most people, our lymph is not moving in the way that it should be. And going in with some nice facial massage to help move a little bit of that lymphatic fluid around. A lot of times that's what's gonna keep us kind of puffier. And on top of it, having some lymphatic movement is really, really great for our overall health in general. Another way that you can incorporate stimulation into your routine is using a eminence stimulating skincare mask. Capsium is an awesome active ingredient and it can be used in anybody's skin. It doesn't matter if you're on the more sensitive side, it doesn't matter if you're a little bit more on the acne prone side, or if you have rosacea or anyone in between. Capsium is what is in chili peppers that tends to make them nice, spicy, and stimulating. Getting that blood flow is amazing for your skin. Helps with that lymphatic fluid as well. But not only that, mama, when you're having blood flow move throughout your skin and you're already acne prone, it is going to help with killing that P. acnes bacteria. P. acnes bacteria cannot thrive and survive in an oxygen-rich environment. That is why it is so important to add stimulation into your routine. Number 3, quit Celsius, quit skin, hair, and nail gummies, and quit your protein shake. Listen, as a muscle mommy, okay, as somebody who is really getting her muscle building bag, I completely understand if you are not feeling the last one. Hold on, we're gonna get around to it. Let's start with Miss Celsius Mama. I have personal beef with a ton of drink companies right now because they feel like adding a little bit of biotin in here and there is just great for all of us. And who said that? Who said that? Celsius is super popular, right? And even the Alani News are really popular, and a lot of women don't know that there is a ton of biotin. I think like 3 times the daily recommended amount. The problem with that is that having biotin and having acne prone skin is not a good combination. Quick lesson on acne prone skin. Most people have a common misconception that acne prone skin doesn't shed skin fast enough. Hence why you're trying to scrub it away and active ingredient it away. But in fact, acne prone skin tends to shed 5 times more at a higher rate than a normal quote unquote skin pore would. What you'd have now is this dry type pore because, let's face it, caffeine is a diuretic and it is going to dehydrate your skin. You've got excess dead skin shedding, and you're gonna have oil there too because I'm starting hormones. They are always at the scene of a crime. What this is gonna do is it's gonna give you the perfect environment for a cyst to form, and it happens fast. Biotin overstimulates keratinocytes, and what a keratinocyte is just the topmost up layer of dead skin cell husks. So here we are adding more dead skin to a pore who already is getting more shedding than it needs. With all the right conditions, boom, you've got a cyst. I have had to pry Celsius from the hands of so many girls who come into my spa. I've learned that we can be doing everything right. We can be doing the great skincare treatments. We can have the perfect skincare routine. But if biotin isn't at play at any point of time, she is literally self-sabotaging our progress, and we can't have that. I can't, at least. Let's talk a little bit about an alternative. If you need some type of energy, maybe you work night shift and you're a nurse and you need help staying up, or you are someone like me and you need some type of energy to get through your workout, C4 is a great alternative. I tend to use the powder. I am a dry scooper, but if you ain't about that life, they do have the pre-mixed drinks, okay? There is no biotin in them. You don't have to worry about that, right? I know it's not as cool or aesthetically pleasing, but it will get the job done. Now with your hair, skin, and nail gummies, once again, biotin is at the scene of the crime. I've even heard some people have some issues or sensitivity with MSM supplements, and we'll have to come and unwrap that a little bit later. Another great alternative is going to be L-lysine. It's not gonna overstimulate your keratinocytes. It is also an anti-inflammatory supplement, so swap those two out, okay? Now let's go over protein shakes. I need protein shakes because I'm gonna get this back big. Tons of the pre-mixed protein shakes tend to also have biotin in them. I used to be a Premier protein shake girly until I turned the bottle around and was like, oh, got it, you hate me. The two brands that I've noticed that I don't have any issues with at all is Muscle Milk, and listen, Muscle Milk, if you happen to see this, I'm here to let you know I'm open and available for you, okay? And also Core Life. You've seen the ones, they're pretty popular, but the only problem is I can't find them in the store. They're constantly sold out. I urge you today, a lot of the things that you're drinking, just turn the label around. A lot of them have 3 times the daily value of biotin, and you just don't need that. Number 4, find an SD for your personalized skincare routine. You have to be careful when you are scrolling online and taking skincare routine advice from certain people. I even have to say this for myself as well, because your skin, your body, your lifestyle is not the same as the girl that's on the other side of the screen. She could be on birth control and you could not be. She could be living on the East Coast and you could be living on the drier West Coast. Therefore, the products, they act differently because you live in 2 different climates. You could be someone who is allergic to something in it and she's not allergic to something in it, but she's got you thinking you need it because it cleared her dark spot. Listen, even if you're following estheticians and dermatologists, a lot of times we walk, or at least the ones with integrity, walk a tightrope. We try our best to not go too far out on the deep end when it comes to recommendations, and try our best to use umbrella-like skincare products for recommendations. Dermatologists are really, really good at it, hence why they love CeraVe so much. If you are someone who is acne prone, or you have dark spots, severe dark spots, or you have anti-aging concerns, although CeraVe is a great line for helping you to rebuild your skin barrier for a temporary moment, she's not gonna be the one that's gonna move the needle on the things that you truly care about. And Lord, I don't know why everybody thinks they have sensitive skin, but they have convinced everyone that, oh, my skin is so sensitive, I only use CeraVe. I promise, babe, you're not special. Your skin's probably sensitized because you use something else that you shouldn't use. That's another story. Take it from someone who has experience from helping transforming skin and getting great results. Having an SD in your pocket is so amazing and helpful for you to reach your skincare goals. Number 5, record your skin journey and document your success. I have a few clients that are a little bit more involved. This is why my job in taking pictures every single appointment is imperative. A lot of you guys look at yourself every single day, so it's really hard to spot the progress of 1% every single day. Versus me seeing you once a month, I can see how much progress we've made in the past 30 days. I haven't seen y'all all month. Having documentation like photos, videos is awesome because it allows for us to truly see how far your skin has come. Documenting what you're using and not switching up over the next 3 to 4 months will also see what is working and what might not be working. I highly encourage you to start taking your mugshot picture. Count 1, guilty. Count 2, guilty. Too many of us go through life every day just autopilot, and we are in the mirror, but we're not really seeing ourselves, and that's really a word. We haven't seen ourselves. Like, I promise you, this happened with me with my postpartum. I don't think I really truly saw myself until a couple of months ago. Like, I've been looking at myself in the mirror, but I just am like, wow, there's a human in there. On the flip side, don't be hyper obsessive. Just give yourself grace. Once a week, documenting what you're doing, documenting how your skin is reacting is just fine. Number 6, incorporating facial massage. So I've already talked about this a little earlier with stimulation, but let's dive a little bit deeper into this. I have seen people transform their face just with skin massage. When I'm doing facial massage during a service, I do one side at a time. Once I turn them back to the center, you can visibly see one side being much more lifted than the side that I did not massage. I shit you not. That is the magic of facial massage. There is a woman, I will try to pop her stuff on the screen, maybe here and there, whatever, we gonna pop her. She has changed overall the contour of her face by daily facial massaging, and I believe it. If you've noticed that, man, I am a little bit puffier than I like to be. You know, I really like to see more of the contour in my face and not just with me putting on a contour stick, because I promise you, this right here, baby, that's all bronzer. I'm gonna be doing a 27 facial massage challenge. Like, I'm really gonna ensure that I spend anywhere between 5 to 10 minutes with facial massaging and really helping to contour and snatch the face, but also this jawline. Outside of the aesthetic of it, I think it would be really awesome with your stress management on a day-to-day basis. Number 7, set up a self-care date with yourself once per week and don't stand yourself up. I noticed over the past year that I had my confidence plummet. And I'm not just talking about the aesthetic confidence, about what I look like. I realized that I had stopped keeping my word. Not only did I stop keeping my word, but I was holding people to the fire who wasn't keeping their word with me. And that is delusional. How can I expect someone to keep their word with me and I'm not even keeping my word with myself? I'm a liar to myself. I said I was gonna go to the gym tomorrow. I didn't wake up and go to the gym. So I stopped believing what I say. There goes your confidence. It's on the floor because you don't believe in yourself anymore. I need for you to spend a block of time. It can be 30 minutes a week with you. You need a date with you, because if there's someone who's gonna be with you forever and ever, amen, it's gonna be you. You are the love of your life. And I'm not saying that self-love is a substitute for companionship. That's not what I'm saying at all. But what I am saying is so many of us feel unfulfilled, unloved, untouched, and it's our job to give that to ourselves first. You gotta give it to yourself first before you go and seek it out at anyone else to give it to you, because otherwise you're gonna be constantly outwardly seeking for someone to give you something that you can actively give to yourself. Now, a self-care day can look different. It doesn't have to be skincare based, right? Let's talk about a little bit of it on the spiritual tip. You spending time with a meditation for 30 minutes, one time a week. Journaling, because I'm gonna be honest with you, it's great spiritual hygiene to crash out in a notebook than crash out on a man. But block out 30 minutes for you. Cook yourself a nice dinner once a week. Take yourself to the wine bar and sit there and enjoy a drink and have everybody else around you be tuned out. Listen to an audiobook. Oh my God, The Let Them Theory by Mel Robbins has absolutely grabbed me by my neck. Number 8, manage your stress because it is killing you. And we're gonna talk a little bit more about the Let Them Theory. Stress is literally affecting your hormones. Typically, stress tends to spike cortisol levels, which we all know is what allows us to store excess belly fat. Stress is also contagious. So if you are feeling stressed or if your boss is feeling stressed, it will literally be put onto you. When you're stressing, you are living in a state of future. You are not present. We can only deal with what's in front of us right now. Let's talk a little bit about the Let Them Theory. If you're not familiar with Mel Robbins is a motivational speaker, and she also recently just released a book, an audiobook on Audible called The Let Them Theory. When we are stressed about something, it's usually over things that we can't control. Maybe it is something we can't control, but if it's not something that we can make an immediate impact within the next 6 minutes, 6 weeks, or 6 months, it's out of our control. The Let Them Theory is really awesome at allowing you to let when people treat you some type of way, let when your boyfriend does whatever he does to you that's disrespectful, let him. And then the second part to that is let me remove myself from the situation. Let me go for a run because he's really not a bad guy. I just need to step away from him because he's not giving me great guy energy today. I know it sounds easier said than done, but Mel Robbins does an amazing job of explaining that and how you can apply that to your relationships with your family, your relationships that are with your significant other, with your kids, with you, with yourself. A million out of 10 for Mel Robbins. Stress. Once again, it's not great for your skin, obviously. Not great for your body, obviously, but it is mostly horrible for your mental. And how can you love on yourself if you are constantly in a state of stress? Ooh, number 9. Your phone and your pillowcase are your biggest haters. I put these two together because what are you typically doing when you're laying down on your bed? Scrolling. I was listening to a skincare podcast and they were talking about a pillowcase study where they found that there is more bacteria on your pillowcase than on your toilet seat. I just want you to sit with that for a second. And I want you to think about why that might be. I'm gonna say, 1, it's not washing your face at night like you're supposed to. I think that that's gonna be one thing. But 2, us bringing our phones in our bed, we're touching our phones, we're touching our pillows, we're touching our phones, we're touching our sheets. That is gross. Unless you were wiping down your phone every night before you hop into bed, which be so for real, most of us are not doing that. It is really gross and it is not helping you with your skincare growth. When I say your phone is your biggest hater, yes, because of the bacteria that it's bringing into your life, but on top of that, the stress. I had to stop scrolling on Instagram because the algorithm was feeding into my deepest insecurities at its best. It's like the algorithm is so good at listening in and trying to use whatever life situation that's going on around me and put it on my feed. And I know that's its way of trying to keep me there and spend more time, but like it absolutely skewed my decision making. It absolutely did not bring me peace. It was not entertaining, and it was also not allowing me to learn anything. There was nothing productive about it. I'm urging you to just take a step back from Instagram in particular. Go somewhere really neutral like Pinterest, okay? It is just a vision board. It's a unlimited vision board. It literally is so much more quiet. I don't have my friends and family on there, so I don't ever have to unconsciously try to size myself up with whoever else is doing well or not well. And then also, I've been spending a lot more time on YouTube. Why? Because I learn things on YouTube. My corner of YouTube feels very productive. It feels very, oh, give yourself a hug. I want us to step away and unplug from the things that are not benefiting us, and I promise you that algorithm is not doing it. Also, try to make sure that you change your pillowcase every other day. So you sleep on one side, flip it over, sleep on the other side, toss it, put a new one on. Apparently, pillowcases are nasty as hell these days. 10. Be intentional with your affirmations and say them while you're doing your skincare. No one can affirm you better than yourself. You are the one to put in your belief system, or at least you are responsible for rewiring for what somebody else might have did to you. I know affirmations are super cringy, but if I can get my baby girl who is 2 years old to do her affirmations in the morning, you can too. It doesn't have to be this cringy thing, or at least not for long. I talked about this in my other video, but how you're gonna start to introduce your affirmation is start with 5 to 10 affirmations, nice, kind things about yourself, or want to believe of your highest self. And make sure that they are in present term, not I will be, I am, I have, I'm grateful for. Then I want you to have them in sticky notes, and I want you to put them on your bathroom mirror. First 2 weeks, all I want you to do is just look at them. You don't have to say them out loud. Just look at them. You can say them in your head if you want to. And while you are washing your face in the morning, while you're putting on your sunscreen, while you're brushing your teeth, you are gonna see those every single morning and every single evening before you lay your head down to rest. This is just going to reinforce your belief system of how you feel about yourself. After 2 weeks, I want you then to start affirming them and reciting them out loud. And I want you to do that for 1 week. And I promise you, it is normal to feel cringe at first, but that's the whole point of me having these in front of you for 2 weeks, so that you can get used to them. And at the end of the week, I want you to assess how you feel. If you're still feeling cringy, or if you're still feeling not excited to say these things about yourself, I really want you to consider why. I want you to ask yourself, why am I not excited to say kind, nice, and uplifting things to myself? I want you to also review in the past month how many times you kept your word and didn't keep your word, and see if there's something with some confidence that's right there for you. And then lastly, if you do feel that way for real and you just can't figure out why, you can even do something really quickly with yourself. You're gonna first start to ask yourself, why do I not feel excited about saying these things to myself? And then you give yourself an answer. And then you're gonna ask yourself why 4 more times. So you're gonna ask yourself why 5 times. And usually by the 5th why, you can really get to the meat of why you are not feeling confident, or why you are not feeling excited to say these things about yourself. Cause we need to know why, girl. You gotta love yourself. You're gonna be with you to the day you damn die. 11, I've run out of fingers. Be kind to yourself and be kind to your skin. Let's talk a little bit about how we talk to ourselves, or talk about ourselves, whenever we're not presenting the skin that we want to, or presenting in the embodiment of what we want to be. You cannot heal and beat yourself up at the same time. I want you to think about a garden, right? You have a garden, you have a flower bed, right? You're planting tomatoes, you're planting cucumbers, you're planting whatever. Those vegetables cannot be at their greatest potential or grow what they need to if there are weeds throughout the bed, throughout the soil. I know it has been your default to be your own drill sergeant, or to be your own personal bully, but I encourage you to really take the time to catch yourself when you are being mean to yourself. We have thousands, I think like 60,000 thoughts on autopilot every day. So even these negative ones are just coming at you without you even being the one to initiate it. Being kind to yourself, especially while you're going through your skincare journey, is gonna be imperative. And I know it's easier said than done, but you've got to find your kindness within yourself. Well, for 2025, I want to see you win, not just on a superficial skincare tip, but also on the inside. I want you to be exactly who you want to be this year. And it doesn't matter if you're looking at this earlier in the year or if you're looking at this later in the year. You always have time for improvement, to evolve, and to change. Like this video if this was something you really enjoyed. I want to add a little bit of wellness, self-care, self-improvement, and glow up to this channel, because although I am an SD and that skincare girl, there's more to life with self-care other than skincare. So we're gonna dive deep into that because I've gotten really passionate about it. If you've been here for a while and you've stuck with me this long, thank you. 100,000 of us down to the ground, riding it dirty. I had a baby, she's 2 years old now, and I feel like the postpartum has started to get her foot off my neck. I'm your girl Taj Mahali, and thank you as we enter this transition in content, because I know it is different, but so refreshing. I know someone needs to hear this.